Guru Nation, I wanted to do a quick short video for you nurse practitioners and you physician assistants. I seemingly interact with one of those two, if not both, on a daily basis. The other day I was at my doctor's site in here in Yuma. There was a resident physician assistant, so somebody who just finished PA school, doing an internship with my PI. They're from Phoenix, but they're from Phoenix, but they're doing the internship in Yuma for the next 2 weeks or so. So I was waiting for my PI and I had a conversation with her. And I said, "Hey, did you know anything about clinical research as a PA?" See, I find it as my duty to tell people when I think they have opportunity, like, "Hey, do you know about clinical research? I'm sorry, I don't have my book." I told her to go to the website. Maybe she's subscribed. Who knows? The point is, PAs, NPs, you guys and gals have no idea how of an in-demand asset you are for clinical research. So let's start from a few different places. The most obvious to me, and probably the most lucrative as well, is at the site level. So, of course, you guys might know me. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm going to say starting a site, being a site owner, is perfect add-on to an existing private practice that an NP or a PA hopefully end up doing when they start on their own. To me, it's a no-brainer. If you have a private practice, you should add clinical research to it. I mean, number one, it's lucrative. Number two, you're giving more options to your patients. Number three, right, you're not taking away anything from your private practice. It's pure value add. All you have to do is learn the basics of clinical research, ensure you have proper training at your site, have proper business development. We help with all that, by the way. Text me 949-415-6256 and continue doing what you're doing as far as treating your patients and then enrolling the appropriate ones into the studies that you bring on. To me, that's a no-brainer. Now, it might be very intimidating and daunting at first, and I agree with you. So there are some things you can do as a PA or an NP, and that's fine, especially if you're just starting out. Find a site in your area and just go network with them. Do it on LinkedIn, do it in person. Just go tell them, "Hey, I just graduated PA, NP school. I'm thinking of setting up a private practice. I see you guys doing research. Is there any way you would benefit from my involvement?" Most would say yes, especially if it's if you're seeing patients. Sites, what do sites need? All sites. They all need more patients, more studies, and more clinicians. You're bringing possibly all three. You're bringing definitely more patients if you have a private practice. You are a clinician, so you're bringing in another clinician. This is a weird way to count. And then you're also indirectly bringing more studies by your presence, by your involvement, because now you've become a marketing tool for the site to use for sponsors. So you have a lot of leverage. The only thing probably working against you is the site. And this is going to be where the site needs to kind of figure things out for them. If you want to start your own site one day, the site might be thinking, "Well, why would we want to work with you just so we can teach you how to start your own site?" See, if they're a smart site, they're going to show you the ropes. They're going to generate more revenue because you're there from your patients. And then they're going to partner with you on your site. Even as a minority owner, that's what I would do. That's what I have done. So don't be afraid about approaching sites in your area. And by the way, if you don't want to ever own a site, then this last problem that I mentioned doesn't exist. You just go network with the sites and go work with the ones that you like. And you could probably work with more than one if you're a contractor. That's probably might be better for you too to have leverage. So again, it's up to the site at that point to keep you happy. You're one of the stakeholders for the site, sponsors, patients, and clinicians. You're a clinician. The next thing that's a little less obvious and probably not as lucrative as owning a site or even having a private practice and doing research is if you don't have a private practice and you don't want a private practice. Let's say you're just an employee for a hospital or something, or a large medical group. you can uh, try to be a CRA. So the way to go about that, you're not going to be a CRA just out the gate. The way to be a CRA is, again, to be a sub investigator at a site near you. So no matter what you choose for your career as an NP or PA, all roads lead to first the site, or all roads start from the site level. So you can go from the site level, you can just do private practice and own your own site. You can do private practice and not own your own site. You can continue working at the site. You can work at the site as a sub-I and do your current job working for another group or a hospital. And then within 2 years, apply to be a CRA, something like that. They would take you right away if that were the case. So, just a few options for all you NPs and PAs out there. I want to keep this short, especially, I hope it's helpful for somebody just finishing or about to finish school for that. So, let me know if you need help with any of this. 949-415-6256. Just text me. Happy to discuss further with you. Take care.